There you go again. You type in youtube.com and you click the first enticing thumbnail you see. For so long you were doing well. You were eating, working out, and reading for fun. But now you're back in that chair, ready to waste hours on something that is only fun for the first 30 minutes. Maybe this is just who I am, you say to yourself. There is no changing this. I've already tried. Stop. This is not you. And you have not failed yet. Actually, failure only comes when you decide it. Once you tell yourself you have failed, then you have failed. The situation that I just described to you was where I was about 6 days ago. So let me tell you the story. So in the last video that I made, I told you how I was on self-improvement and that I was doing well. I was doing all these workouts, I was going to take cold showers, I was reading books, I was doing everything perfectly. I was on the track towards success. Every day I noticed that I was doing more unproductive things. I was going on social media more. I was just being lazy in general, and all the productive things that I wanted to do, I just wasn't doing. I was sleeping way too much, and most of my day was just consumed by work. I had no free time to myself, and it was getting to me. So one day I was just doing some research on some creators, so I went to twitch.com. If you don't know what Twitch is, it's a live streaming network where you can just stream to people or you can watch people stream. So I went on this website and I saw that one of my favorite creators was actually live streaming. And I think he had 150,000 people at the time. And I was curious as just to what he was doing. When I first clicked on the live stream, I wasn't really intending to watch any of it. I just wanted to watch for 1 minute at most and just to see what he was doing, just so I could just leave afterwards. But for some reason or another, I just stayed a lot longer. The streamer that I was watching was actually doing something pretty interesting, and I just wanted to watch more. So I told myself, okay, 1 minute, fine, let's do 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and it just kept going on. And then I told myself, okay, I'll just watch until I have to eat dinner. And I did, so I watched until I had to eat dinner, and then I went to go eat dinner. Everything was fine and good, right? But then when I came back from eating dinner, I just watched more. And then I started clicking on other live streamers. And then I was down the rabbit hole of just watching content. At this point, I did feel pretty bad about myself, because it was kind of breaking the oath that I had to myself to not watch any videos or anything like that. But a little part of my brain told myself, oh, it's okay, you're only watching live streamers. You can just click off at any point and it's not going to be much, and hey, you're going to be doing something productive tomorrow. So it doesn't matter. The thing is, when I convinced myself that it was okay to keep watching these Twitch streams, I told myself okay, well, it would be okay if I at least watched some YouTube videos, right? It's no different than a Twitch stream. And I debated with myself. I had a real internal conflict. I didn't know what to do. Because for 3 entire months, I did not watch a single YouTube video. And what I mean by this is that I didn't watch any entertaining videos, anything that I would usually watch, I would binge watch. During the 3 months, I did allow myself to watch educational videos if it's a tutorial on music producing or video editing, something that's actually helpful. But the videos I was watching now were not that. They were purely entertainment, something that I would have watched a ton 4 months ago. And so I just spent that entire night just watching videos. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that it wasn't fun for a little bit. It was nice to catch up on some videos that I have been meaning to watch for a long time, from creators that I genuinely do enjoy, and I do like watching their content. But catching up on all the content only took about 3 hours to do. And after that, I didn't really have anything fun to watch, nothing that I actually wanted to watch anymore. At that point, I was hooked. I was gonna watch anything. When you go on YouTube or just any social media, and you're not seeking out something you actually enjoy. You just start clicking videos or just scrolling, hoping that you find something. Hoping that something gives you a little bit of dopamine. I continued binge watching for about 4 days. After work, I would get home, and that's the only thing I would do. I gave up reading, which was something that I was doing almost every single day, and now I just wasn't reading. For almost half a month, I was keeping a journal for myself, and I stopped it. In comparison, there was no difference from what I was doing now to where I was 3 months ago. So anyone with a keen eye would be able to tell and just look at me and say, wow, he's reverted back to his old self. He's just lost 3 months of progress. 3 months of progress all down the drain. On the 4th day, I was just watching a ton of videos, and it was late at night, and I came across some self-improvement videos. And something in my gut told me that I should probably just watch these self-improvement videos. Maybe it'll help me, I don't know. I just wanted to feel better again because I felt horrible. I felt horrible for what I was doing. Watching YouTube videos? Come on. I thought I stopped that, but now I was back at it. So I watched these self-improvement videos, but honestly, they weren't helping. Everything that was in those videos, they were familiar to me, but they just didn't make sense anymore. After 3 days of YouTube watching, I just had a haze over my eyes. I couldn't think straight. When I was doing a dopamine detox, I had this clarity about myself. I was always very mindful and I was always thinking about the next thing I was doing, and in that mindset, I would have never done something like this. I never would have just watched a ton of YouTube videos, and if I did, I would come to my senses a lot quicker. But the mindset that I was in was just a self-destructive loop. Just keep pressing YouTube videos, just keep watching, just keep rotting my brain, keep watching things that are not even interesting to me. I honestly had more fun reading books than watching YouTube videos. So any logical person would have stopped what I was doing, right? They would have just stopped watching all these YouTube videos, just indulging in all these bad habits. But there was like a haze over my eyes. I really don't even know how to explain it. And after watching all these self-improvement videos, it just didn't help. And I still had a gut feeling that I was doing something wrong. I knew I had to get out of this, like quick, and I just needed something. I needed something to jolt me back into my senses, anything. So what I did is that I clicked on the video that I made previously, the first one on this channel. I thought to myself, if one person can help me, it would be myself. If I can watch a video that I made myself to other people, where in the video I was actually in the right state of mind, I thought that past me in the video would be able to like jolt my senses of the person who was stuck in a YouTube haze. And honestly, it did. Just hearing myself in the video talk about how content I was in life and how clear-headed I was feeling and how happy about life I felt in general, how hopeful I was feeling about every single day, I realized that it was possible for me to feel that way, to feel happy and feel content. All I needed to do was take a couple steps to get there. So after watching that video, I went on my phone and I deleted all social media apps. I logged out of all the social media on my computer and I said, okay, we're doing another dopamine detox. This is what you need to get back on track. And honestly, I am so happy because today is day 4 of the dopamine detox and I am feeling clear-headed. I mean, if I'm making a video right now and I'm actually doing productive things, then obviously I'm feeling better. I've been getting a good night's rest, eating more, I've been exercising, I've just been doing everything right. And this little journey, like what I just did for myself in the past 4 days, it just makes me so giddy with excitement. I don't know why, it makes me happy. I've never had a streak of being really productive for a couple months, and then stopping, and then coming back really. Usually, if I'm getting my life back together, and I'm being more productive, and I'm just clear-headed and more happy, usually I will stop after a couple months. And then when I stop, it will be multiple months before I come back. But the fact that I was able to go into this rut for only about 4 days and come back out of it, and now I'm doing another dopamine detox, it honestly just makes me so happy that I was able to pull myself out of that really quickly. It just goes to show that what I've been saying is true. You need to build a habit of building habits. I am building the habit of going into a rut and coming back. I knew at some point I would have to fail. If you've been addicted to YouTube and video games and all that sort of junk for like years and years, you can't quit cold turkey and expect to stay like that for long. And that's where a lot of people fall off. They'll quit for a couple weeks, and when they fail once, when they give in to just one video, or they download one social media app and they spend way too long on it, they decide that they've failed. They think, oh, I failed, I spent 1 day binging YouTube videos, so for the next 3 months, I'm just going to keep watching YouTube videos. I'm not going to do anything productive, and that's my life now. The thing is, the battle that you're fighting is still in that rut. When you fall down that rut and you're watching YouTube videos and you're playing video games again, you are still doing self-improvement while you're doing that. Because it's a test to see if you can lift yourself up out of that state. So let's say you've been doing this self-improvement journey and you're going down the drain. Or you're already in a rut and you're watching a bunch of YouTube videos and playing a bunch of video games. Just remember that you haven't failed. Don't even say that you failed. Let's say you just did a dopamine detox and it only lasted 2 days. And let's say you wanted to do that for a whole week. Okay, sure, you've failed. But honestly, if you come back the next day and you say, okay, we're doing another dopamine detox. We're doing it 3 days now. Or we're doing it 4 days, or we're doing a week this time. Getting back on track after falling down is the biggest accomplishment. Just because you fell down for a little brief amount of time, does that mean you're just going to succumb to all of your bad habits and all of these pleasures and addictions? No. I am more impressed by a person that fails a dopamine detox on like the second day and then comes back the next day. I am more impressed by them than a person who's just been sticking to a few good habits for a little bit. Because when you fail and then you come back, you'll be able to callous your mind. You can equate it the exact same as building muscle. When you're working out and doing exercises, your muscle fibers actually tear. You technically become weaker for a little bit. So when you do exercise, you become weaker. But after that, when you come back and you heal and you sleep and you do all that, from the weakness of your muscles, you build those muscles back. Think about that the exact same way. So as my parting words, you have only failed once you have declared it. Once you have declared you have failed, you have failed. If you get back up, you have not failed. That's it. I'll see ya.